Afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another Sunday. Welcome to another Wacky Lamps Live here in the beautiful, beautiful summer garden. It is our house in Stratford-upon-Avon. I hope you're all well. I hope it's nice weather where you are, because it won't be, will it? In some parts of the world, it'll be pretty crap weather at the moment, but let's hope that you're one of the many people that have got decent weather. Who have we got on? We've got Jax Rocketansky. Ooh, we got there joining thick and fast now. Hello, everybody. Welcome. I was just saying, beautiful sunny day here in the United Kingdom, in Stratford-upon-Avon. Really sunny afternoon. Hello, Claire. Hello, Hammy. Moj T. I can't pronounce the rest of it. Magstar. I'm a lobster. Wasn't that a song and the kids used to sing? I don't know. But, yeah, I'm sure you are. And I can't wait to see your next post, basically. Some crispy red thing lie on the grass in the garden. Oh, we're looking forward to that. You're in Iran, are you, Hammy? How's it in Iran today? What's the weather like over there in Iran? Is it good? Is it nice? I'm always keen to know what the weather's like over in different parts of the world, because us Brits because we live on an island, our weather changes rapidly from one day to the next. I mean, earlier on today, this morning, was pretty parky, pretty cold. But now it's warmed up. It warmed up nicely. Got to about 19, 20 degrees, I suppose. Enough, obviously, to cook Claire there, the lobster. But yeah, if we weren't an island, we'd probably get periods of settled weather, or at least we could know what's going on. Part of the joy, I suppose, of living over here. Anyway, big welcome to all of you. No guest this week, unfortunately, but we have got a guest next week. We've got Lisvy Art next week. Lisvy Art, she makes these wonderful facial creations out of all sorts of things, real plant materials. It's all to do with the inner self and everything, and I'm really looking forward to interviewing Elisa next week, so that will be something to look forward to. So you just got me today, I'm afraid, just filling you in on what's happened during this last week, because it's a special week for me this week, because those of you that follow me regularly will know that I'm a part of the Bloomz Art House Collective. I'm only an associate member. I'm not a real full member, because I wasn't a part of the original Bloomz group that did the online course where they all met. But because I helped them out with their online art show, and Steph's my partner, of course, she sort of started the Bloomz group up, I'm allowed to be an associate member, which means that I get some of the benefits of being an associate member. One benefit of which is to be their artist of the month. And that's what I am at the moment. So I'm the Bloomz Art House Collective Artist of the Month. What that means is that I'm collaborating with the Bloomz Art House. So if you don't already follow the Bloomz Art House, it's BLOOMZ, the Bloomz Art House, follow them, because you'll see not only my stuff on there, but you'll see the posts from 14, 15, or maybe other fantastic artists of all different mediums that are involved with the Bloomz, whether as full members, associate members, guest artists of the shows. So make sure that you follow the Bloomz Art House, because they will have posts on there that will introduce you to all these amazing artists. So what I'm doing each day in the month of May, I'll be posting, I have been posting, different lamps in different themes, so we get to a wider audience. It also allows me to have a look again at what I've done and group them together, and it's good, I think, sometimes to look back on what you've done. So this last week we started off gentle. We started off with love and relaxation this last week, and we did, as you'll notice from my feed, I reposted about my yoga lamps and any lamps to do with love. The parent and child lamp, the yoga lamps ascending, the lover lamp with the little tube to put the flower in. So that grouped them all together. So it was a nice relaxing start to my Artist of the Month slot. It all steps up a gear, metaphorically and physically, in the next week, because we move on from love and relaxation to sporting lamps. So we're going to get the perspiration dripping off you in the next week when we look at my sporting lamps. But we are going to ease off towards the end of the week, because after you've done a round of golf, you play cricket, football, weightlifting, whatever. You may be relaxing at home. You take the dog for a walk and you sit on the sofa by the cat. So we've got my animal lamps towards the end of the week, the cat and the dog, trying to group them all together so that we get them all in the 1 month. So we've got a sporting theme to the lamps coming up this week. So you'll get a chance to see all my sporty themed lamps all in one go. And of course you might have a lamp that you think, oh, I wish she'd have done a cricketing lamp because my uncle Eric is a cricketer, or used to be a cricketer, and he scored 100 in a test once and whatever. So I can always do a lamp for you because I do commissions. Hello, Green Punk Designs over there in South Africa. I must apologise, Darren, I haven't been commenting on your amazing lamps. I've been so busy last few days. I've been liking them, but I always like to comment on the ones that really I get attuned to, and one of them you did with like the little tractor reminded me of a Mammoth steam tractor I've got somewhere behind me here. One of the old ones that works by paraffin or meths, which I didn't get the right one, and it's got the little steam engine in it, but that reminded me of that. It looked really good, really cool, my friend, really cool. So apologies if I haven't got on to comment on it, but I do like it. Claire, he does what? See, this is the problem with the messages. I forget what I've just said. He does, so I don't know what he does means, but you'll tell me in a minute, I'm sure. So what do we get to? Confusing at the moment because I'm doing 2 lives a week. Oh yes, the Bloomz Art House Collective Artists of the Month. I'm also doing a live commissions. Oh, sorry. How did I miss the standing joke of commissions? No, that's all right, Darren. I will get around. I do insist that if any lamp really catches my eye, I have to make a comment on it, because I think, if I don't make a comment on it, then I forget and I go back months later. Oh my God, I should have made a comment on that lamp, because not that all of your stuff isn't brilliant, but some of it just really touches a thing with me. So I'm doing a live on a Wednesday as well, and that's confusing for all you bods, because I'm doing a live for the Bloomz Art House on a Wednesday. So those of you that haven't caught up on that, you might of course have seen it on Wednesday. Claire, I don't think you were there. Claire, were you Wednesday or were you? I don't know, can't remember. Sorry if I know I should remember wherever you go, Claire, because I know your movement should be imprinted on my subconscious all the time. But I'm afraid I forgot whether you were there Wednesday or not. But the idea is, on a Wednesday, on the Bloomz Art House page, I'll go live on their feed, and I'm building a lamp. I'm building a lamp each day, not a lamp each week. I'm starting off building it. And because I sold my last weightlifting lamp, I decided to do a weightlifter. Now, where is my... Hold on a second. Don't go away. I've got it hung on the door here, the lamp that I was doing. Oh, hello, Kyle. You were for a bit on Wednesday. Well, I'll forgive you then. As long as you got a note from your mother, that's fine. This is the lamp that I was going to build, in the process of building, and we're doing a little bit on it each week. In between times, I'm doing the lengthy bits like cleaning all the parts, apart from 1 or 2, which I can show people. So the idea is to show you how a lamp is put together from start to finish on over 4 weeks. So where we got to last week, that's the photograph that we are going on. I'm not sure who the weightlifter is, who she is, but it was the perfect pose to use, because it's just perfect for lamp making. And this is where we've got so far. We have got to this. So there we are. So you can see we are pretty well. If I hold it round that way, I'll hold that up there. You'll see. Oh, no, I have to go around the other way, don't I? So hold it up that way, hold that way, and you'll see where we are. And the important thing, as I say on a Wednesday, is getting things right, is to look at the little details in the picture that I'm trying to make. And if you look at the in that, you'll see that although her arms are holding the bar aloft, their arms are slightly backwards. The elbows are locked out, which is important for a good lift. Hello, Dawn. Abdullah. And she's leaning slightly forward, her torso slightly forward, and the arms slightly back, but the elbows are locked out. So if you look at this, I have got her leaning this weightlifter leaning slightly forward, the arms slightly back, but they are locked out. So so that's where we've got so far. I've polished all this up. on the old-fashioned way. I don't use any chemicals. I polish it up using a wire brush attachment to electric drill. It seems as though it could scratch the hell out of the galvanisation, but it doesn't. It makes it shine like, oh God, look at that, eh? That's a shine and a half. And that is just from using an electric drill with a wire brush on. You haven't got to use chemicals or anything. I do, if I've got some bits of metal that I can't polish up with electric drill, brass or stainless steel, then I will use a metal polish. But on here, I haven't done the head yet. The head's still a bit dull, you see, compared to the hands there. So that's the one I'm going to do on Wednesday, to show you how quick it is to polish up a piece of this. The base is all ready to be formed. That's the bit of wood that we're using, Rocco hardwood. That will be sanded down beautifully using different sorts of grades. And I'll talk you all through on a Wednesday how that gets to the position of being the lovely base for the lamp. There's lots of tips to give you about sanding wood in there. I'm sure there's some of you listening that can sand wood quite rightly. The right interiors, yeah, I'm sure you can sand wood properly. But a lot of people don't realise, you know, you don't go from a 40 grit to a 400 grit just because you want to get it done quickly. It doesn't work like that. You have to work through the grits. And I usually go through about 8 or 9 levels of grit, getting finer and finer, so that the end result is a piece of very, very smooth wood. Okay, so that is the weightlifter ready to, it's had its first fit, although I've got to take bits of it apart to get the cable through, but it is going to be touch sensor. So in the base of this, there will be, of course, it'll be routed out in the base there to put the touch sensor module. So that will happen, and that's something that I'll show people me doing. I'll partly route it, finish off the routing, probably a week on Wednesday, and then show you how to connect up the touch sensor module and how this, you can touch it anywhere on here and it will turn the lamp on and off, giving you 3 levels of brightness. Now, someone asked me the other day a very pertinent question, which was, can I ship touch sensor lamps abroad? Well, the answer is I can, but A, they won't be with the same lamp that I show you the bulb in. It won't be the same bulb, because well, it depends which country, I suppose. I'm assuming that the country may have a differing voltage to us here. Also, shipping a bulb may be a bit of a silly thing. So what I normally do, if I'm shipping to the States or anywhere really in the world, I'll find out what voltage they're on. I will attach the suitable adapter to the 3-pin plug. So when the lamp arrives, it will have the right connections. And obviously, someone who just arrived with the right connections is Russell. Hello, Russell. Hello, Pizza Efran. Hello, Grombanbia. Oh, some lovely names come up here. So that's what I do. So if you're in another part of the world and you want a touch sensor lamp from me, I will sort you out a bulb and give you either the Amazon.com or whatever online store there is link to get you the right voltage bulb, because it's no good me sending a 220 volt bulb to Russell over in Tennessee there, who has got 110 voltage. Are you over there? Probably 120. The bulb will just be a little dim, and the touch sensor won't do much for it at all. So what I would have to do in the case of that is to say to Russell, here's the bulb you need to get. You might have one already, and I would, just to be safe, I would put one relay in there on the touch sensor. In other words, an off and on. I've got three phase and one phase, and well, 2 phase I suppose, and 3 phase off and on, and 1, 2, 3 and off touch sensor modules. So if I'm unsure, I will put just an off and on touch sensor, which means it turns on full brightness, turns off. Whereas over here in the UK, I know it's safe for me to put a 3-way, which is off 1, 2, 3 levels of brightness, off again. So there we are. So I'll always put the appropriate socket adapter on the end of the cable so you can plug it straight in. But it's all about making sure that everything's safe. And I know the regulations in different countries are different for electrical products, but over here in the UK, we have very strict regulations regarding electricals. I have to what they call PAT test, which is portable appliance testing, each of my lamps. The other member of the trio has arrived now. This is Tim from Fulfillment's Lighting. Mesran, Nagsh, I can't have you on the video now, my friend, I'm afraid, because we have to book that sort of thing in. So if you want to be on my Sunday lives, then you need to just DM me, tell me what we're going to talk about, and we'll see if we can make it happen. Hope you're well, Tim, over there in Oregon. Nice to see you, my friend. So that was that. So that was the what we're continuing on Wednesday with the different position of the weightlifter, and that will be something to look forward to. So we've got 3 Wednesdays left to do that as part of the Bloomz Art House collective. I love it the way you call me lad, Tim. Tim always calls me lad, which is so endearing because it makes me feel so young. Young at heart. Yeah, so yeah, well, good morning, good morning to you, good afternoon here. Yes, that's right, Tim. It is morning where you are. Bright morning over in Oregon. Yeah, so the other thing that we started last week, if you remember, for those of you that got a better memory than I have, is the bush radio. Now, if you remember, I had this bush radio that's late 1930s, I would imagine. That's where I've sort of dated it from that time. Late 1930s bush radio. The radio part of it didn't work. Speaker, oh my God, what a pleasure to find the speaker was working absolutely phenomenally. You will hear that in a minute. You'll hear that in a minute. So I thought, I hate throwing these things away or seeing them thrown away. So I rescued it, an auction bin with loads of these old radios. None of the radios worked. The insides were filthy as hell. So I'm going to show you now. Last week we got it all apart and I explained what I was going to do, how I was going to put some lighting on the top, how I was going to put a Bluetooth module in so you can play music through that original speaker. Let that sink in for a minute. You'll be playing music through the original 90-year-old speaker. That's good, isn't it? So let's have a look, see what we've done. So I will turn this around for you, and it's probably best if I take this off and just give you a little view into here. So bear with me a second. Quick hello to Juliet, as we always do on this show. There she is, Juliet, behind the ring light there, keeping evil spirits away from my workshop. Oh, and a big plug there for Green Devil Designs. Right, Luke there. Right, okay, so here is the inside of the radio. Now it's looking very clean in there now. Look at that, very clean in there. Very clean. So I got it all apart, and I painstakingly cleaned up all. This was thick with dust and all sorts of gunge on there. There's a bit of a spaghetti of wiring in there, but the blue flashing light is the Bluetooth module in standby mode because it's all plugged in. I put an old looking cable on it, a vintage retro looking cable on it, just would have had that on. Yeah, and as I always say, thank God for Wago connectors, these wonderful Wagos. There's a few Wagos in here, I tell you. Way to go. And the rest of it, I mean, none of this works now, but I think it's so important in case anybody wants to peek through this grill at the back, which, incidentally, this fiberboard here is in amazing condition for 90 years old. These are nearly always split. All of the everything here, the serial numbers on there, so I need to actually look that serial number up, see if I can get a more exact date to it. But it's Bush, it's a Bush radio, so good old British mate Bush. So we're going to show you now. I'm going to pop that back on there for a minute. I've got the other screws, but I won't bother putting it, screwing the top back on for now. We'll turn it round. Now you will see, those of you that are observant, will see that I've already put in 2 bulbs in the top. This is what I opted for, but I will need your help in a minute to decide which bulbs look the best on here. At the moment, I've got these looking like an aerial on there. That was the idea. So what we've got here, we've got, that's the original tuning plate, and I've fitted 2 bulbs in there. Will you stop having a private conversation with Steph, please, Claire? Will you listen to what I'm saying? Dear me, you women. Blimey. So there we are. You can just about see it there. The light comes on. There's 2 bulbs in there. Comes on when up, and that's the Bluetooth coming on. The Bluetooth is at the corner here. If I can get round to show you. Let me turn the lights on first of all. So these are the lights on the top. There. See, on and off switch down here. I converted the frequency knob, the tuning knob, to work these two lamps here. And this works the light in there, just for effect, that is. And then at the side here, I managed to use the original switch. Look at that, the original switch for turning the Bluetooth on and off. There's the Bluetooth coming on. Ping, 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 ping. And who doesn't like The Cure? Love cats. So there's my phone there. I've got a secondary phone. So we're going to press play on here. And here you have a 90-year-old speaker playing The Cure and Love Cats. Listen to that tone. I bet all your feet are tapping now, aren't they, like mine are. Here we go. Oh. That's a good bass in it, eh? Double bass. There we are. All controlled from your phone. So you can turn the volume down. So whatever you can play on your phone, you can now play through this. It's a tune, Claire, isn't it? It's a tune, the old Cure. I knew you'd like that. What do you think I put it on for? Oh dear, look. Right, let's get rid of them. Quiet now. There we are. So there we are. Who doesn't say that we don't get some enjoyment with music on here? So there we are. So that is what we've got. That's what we've sort of finished now, really. I'm not going to try and polish it up anymore because there's not much you can do. The speaker's great, Tim. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, nice tunes. Well, I just happen to have that on my playlist. My playlist is quite weird. I'll tell you what's on my playlist. You'll just see how weird I am. My playlist on here, my general playlist: Arctic Monkeys, The Cure, Phil Collins, Cat Stevens, Mamas and Poppers. What else we got on here? Loads of Cat Stevens. The Cranberries. I love the Cranberries. Meatloaf, Oasis, Blur, The Who, George Ezra, AC/DC, Johnny Cash. I mean, talk about eclectic. I mean, but I think it's any Slash. Oh yeah, I've got some Guns N' Roses on there. Sweet Child of Mine's on there somewhere. Yeah, yeah. So I've got, and there's a bit of opera on there. There's Filippo Giuliani. She's a wonderful. No Darren Hayes, sadly, Claire. Oh dear, I must find one on Alexa and put him on there. You and this is secret love between you and Darren Hayes. I see him all over your feed. Does he know? So yeah, so that's the radio done and dusted, literally dusted and cleaned. Not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. Well, I might sell it. I haven't got one of my own. Isn't it funny when you make things like this, you never keep any of your own? So I don't know whether I'd use it really, because if I'm ever playing music, it's usually down here via the Alexa app. I might keep this one, and when we've got our shop in Wales, might be in the shop there. I'm sure her that should be obeyed will comment on that in a minute. Yeah, the speaker's great. I mean, you think of it, the grill, there's not a mark. Well, there are little tiny weeny marks on it, but whoever had this radio, wherever it's been for the last 90 years, it hasn't been moved about and touched and knocked around. It's been kept in some little old dear's lounge or something, or I don't know, but it's just in beautiful condition. I've got another Bush radio in the house with a different sort of design of casing, and then I've got some really big old radios, some really mammoth ones that I need to do something with. And they've got wooden case. This is a Bakelite case here. So we've got to be so careful with Bakelite. I went over it. It's a lot shinier now than it was when I first started doing it. But I went over with very fine wire wool to get it to all look the same. There were a lot of little sort of surface marks on it. And no polish will bring that off. But fine wire wool. And by fine wire wool, I mean my favourite wire wool in the world, which is this here, which is almost like silk. It's almost like silk on your hands, and that will polish up anything. And it does that. The way that this wire wool works, say that when you've had a few, this wire wool works, it does scratch the surfaces, but at an almost microscopic level that your eyes don't see it, but the light picks up the scratches and reflects on those scratches back to your eyes, which makes your brain, believe that it's shining, because you get all this multi-refraction of light. Reflection of light back from these scratches. But if you would look at it in a microscope, this would be scratching the surface to hell, but just at a level you can't see. Steph made a comment there, which she says, my comments aren't appreciated by Instagram. No, I must tell you that Steph's in the predicament at the moment where every time she wants to make a comment on someone's video, she has to tick a box that say that she will comply with the Instagram or Facebook regulations and community guidelines. Because she threatened to thump me, I think, once on, just jokingly, on a live I did. And of course, Instagram algorithm picked it up. So she's on her first or second strike now. So one more and she'll be suffering a touchline ban. Yeah, it's funny, Claire. Funny, really hilarious. She gets to tick this thing. She sits there ticking the community guidelines to say that she will behave herself. Oh, deep joy, deep joy. That's as much as I think I've got to say. Oh no, I was going to say about the bulbs. Yeah, of course. Let me turn this round because I want your advice on the type of bulbs to have on here. Okay. So at the moment we have these two bulbs here that look like aerials, which are okay. They're LED. You probably know my thoughts about LED. Not too keen. Not too keen at all. So we'll take these off here. And the other two bulbs, I can get some bulbs that are smaller than this, and a little bit smaller tubes that are filament. Yeah, oh, we get some Farazam Kani. Hello there, Kanani. Fabrico. Oh, I can't pronounce that, but you're in Brazil. So, does this look better or worse? Better or worse? Better or worse? For better or for worse? Tell me, please. Longer ones? Oh, can't even see that very well, can you? Longer ones or shorter ones? So tell me, do they look better? Or do these look better? I think I know which I prefer, but I want to just get the consensus from my wonderful Instagram audience as to which you prefer. So I'll be humming that Cure's tune all night now, much to Steph's annoyance. Or that. Which do you prefer? I like the longer ones, says Claire. Oh, there's so many things, Claire, that I could say to that comment. But long, says Russell. Long, says Stephanie. Who's Stephanie Lester artist, whoever she is? Long. I like the short look, but the taller bulbs really catch the eye. Well, what I'm going to do, I can get these slightly shorter, probably about an inch shorter, but with a proper filament in there, a real bulb. A proper filament bulb, not some of these make-believe LED stuff. So yeah, okay then, folks, I will bow to the greater authority of the Instagram audience, and I will have slightly shorter but longer bulbs than these, and use them. They do look like an aerial, don't they, perched on top there. So I will get those, and they will be filament bulbs, filaments. I should think, if I can get hold of any. I think I can, but anyway, I would like the spiral. Even if they're spiral, they're a little bit better. These are just straight. These are ones that I bought when I was doing a mini Jedi. The mini Jedi, and because they look like the lightsaber. But I'd like something with a spiral on here, so I might have to settle for LED spirals, but at least that's better than these. So there we are. That's about it. So the sun is still in the sky here now. We had, fingers crossed, we had a very interested couple come and look at the house yesterday. I'm not gonna say any more, other than the guy came back today to have a chat. And the first question he asked me was, How long before you can leave? If that doesn't sound like an offer in the making, I don't know. But you never know until that offer comes in. But if we do leave, it'll be very quickly. Say very quickly. He was saying, can you be out of here in 2, maybe 3 months? Yeah. Just, mind you, I know Steph's not on here anymore, but it'll take Steph 2 or 3 months to clear her bloody den out. That's what it'll do. But we'll just have a skip and just throw it in the skip and she won't know. Anyway, so we might not be here much longer at the way it's going. So keep your international fingers crossed for us that we will sell in the next few days, and we can then make our move to Wales, where the house we were after in Wales, oh, she is still there. Damn, why did I think she'd gone? 30 days, no. Can't go in 30 days. 2 to 3 months. 30 days, I think, would be an absolute, yes, 30 days. I'm busted. Why did I think she'd gone? I scrolled, I couldn't see her. But I stand by my words. I always stand by my words. It'll take her the whole time to clear her bloody den. Thank you, Claire. Fingers crossed, everybody at once there. Let's do a collection of the universe all thinking together. Steve and Steph are going to sell their house this week, and they're going to move within 2 or 3 months. And then it'll be the setting up of the new workshop, and you'll all be privileged to be watching me set up my new workshop in Wales. That'll be fun. Right, that's it, folks. I think I've done and dusted for today. You may not be standing. Is that a threat? Careful now, because the community guidelines are still listening to you. Be careful what you're saying. There, yes, I could really taunt you now into putting something offensive on there, and that'd be it. You'd be gone. On a more serious note, though, in the next week, Steph's got a really amazing launch to share with you. New kits she has put together, designed and put together some amazing new kits, needle felting kits to sell. These are based on not wool, they're based on bio-nylon, bamboo, recycled plastic bottle fibres, all nothing to do with animal fibres at all, and that suits people that for whatever reason are against using wool, vegans maybe, also people that are allergic to wool. There's lots of people that are allergic to wool. I think it's the lanolin in the wool. So I believe in this country it's the first kits ever to be launched with nothing but man-made and plant fibres. So that would be amazing, and we'll be launching them because we're going to start, this will interest you, we're going to start a new thing called Tootique TV. So Steph and I are going to be broadcasting a TV on YouTube from Steph's studio here to launch the kits. I think it might even be next week. She's going to put all that together. I'll be presenting it and introducing Steph and the kits, and that'll be on YouTube, probably a monthly thing where we do a Tootique TV channel. Have you buried a St. Joseph statue like upside down in your backyard? It's an old St. Joseph statue buried upside down in your backyard, says Tim over in Oregon. It's an old tall tale that apparently sells houses. I'll do anything. I'll bury myself upside down in the garden, Tim, if it'll sell the bloody house. I will. I'll bury anything up to my neck in the soil if it's going to sell the house. Not that we're desperate to sell it, but, you know, we just want to start a new life. Yeah, Tootique TV. Look out for that, folks. Don't worry. It'll be all over our channels when we start it, my Instagram feed and everything, and it'll be fantastic. So you'll be able loads of things to watch. You'll be able to watch Tootique TV. You'll be able to watch this on a Sunday. Who want Netflix? You can get with your subscription to Netflix and Disney Plus and everything like that. BritBox, whatever you're on. Forget that. Just listen to me on a repeat on a Sunday, and for the moment on a Wednesday, and Tootique TV. And of course, Steph also does a monthly show with her partner in crime in the Crafty Kit Company, Joe Lockhead. There's it's Fibre Fun. Oh God, I forgot the name of it. Fun with Fibre Fun. I can't remember, with Joe and Steph. Fruit. I keep wanting to say Fruit and Fibre. It's not Fruit and Fibre. Not fruit and fibre. It's fibre. I think it's Fibre Fun, isn't it, Toot? Anyway, look out for that on YouTube as well. We are broadcasting so much at the moment. Yeah, we'll be up for an Oscar or something. Felting Fun with Joe and Steph and Joe, depending which way around they put it. But that's good as well, and that's done on YouTube. It's brilliant. The two of them together is like a modern day two Ronnies. For those of you who know who the two Ronnies were. Okay, folks, I'm definitely going to go now. Thanks for joining me either live or if you're watching on replay. Thank you very much for giving up your time to watch on replay as well. So I will see you, those of you that are able to watch me on Wednesday at 5 o'clock again. So if you've been doing anything on Wednesday at 5 p.m. UK time, whatever time it is now, your time, then join me on the Bloomz Art House. You'll see me go live anyway, but it'll be on the Bloomz Art House page, so there'll be half the screen. So I'll try and make sure I'm in that half of the screen. And I'm doing the continuation of the weightlifting lamp. So we'll see how far we can get with that. So have an amazing few days. If the rest of the weekend is still yours to enjoy it. Be kind to each other, and the good Lord willing and the creeks don't rise, we will be here on Wednesday and next Sunday. Take care, everybody. Enjoy.